Your sister is connected to a deal involved your name and a mission. Archangel Michael says, this message is not ordinary. It carries weight, a truth hidden for far too long. As you read, every word will pull you deeper into a revelation that has been waiting for you, silently, in the shadows of family ties and unspoken bonds. From the moment you were born, your path was destined to cross with forces unseen. You've always felt an invisible weight on your shoulders, something no one else seemed to notice. It was not just life testing you, it was a mission tied to your very existence. Your sister, bound to you not just by blood but by destiny, has carried secrets that even she struggles to understand fully. She has walked paths you never imagined, entered circles you never touched, and whispered your name in places where power shifts silently. There is a deal, an arrangement, that directly pulls you into this unseen web, and this moment is when it all begins to unravel. You have been protected without knowing, guided without realizing. The journey you are about to step into is not random, it has been orchestrated by forces of both light and shadow. And right now, your sister is standing at a crossroads where every choice she makes will echo in your future. Years ago, before you even noticed the subtle signs, there were movements behind the curtain of your life. Conversations happened in locked rooms. Names signed on papers you never saw, promises made under stars you didn't look up to. At the center of this silent storm was your sister, a woman shaped by love, loyalty, and an unspoken burden she has carried alone. This deal, this mission, was not just about money or power. It's deeper. It's connected to legacy, to a purpose that stretches beyond this lifetime. When your name was spoken during these secret dealings, it wasn't in vain. You were chosen, not by chance, but because you carry something that others cannot control, something they both fear and desire. Your sister did not willingly place you here. She was cornered, trapped in a situation where every option led to danger. The forces around her offered promises that glittered but came with shackles invisible to the world. She accepted a deal not to harm you, but to shield you from something far worse that was already moving toward you. As time passed, her silence grew heavier. She watched you live, watched you laugh, all while carrying a truth she wished she could bury forever. Every glance she threw your way, every pause in her voice when she spoke your name, it was the weight of this hidden pact pressing against her soul. But there's something about destiny. It cannot be buried forever. Now, after years of shadows, this mission tied to your name is coming to the surface. Archangel Michael has been watching closely, guiding unseen hands to ensure you are not blindsided when the truth fully emerges. There will come a day very soon when your sister stands before you, unable to keep it in anymore. The words will tremble out of her mouth, and the world you thought you knew will feel like shattered glass beneath your feet. She will reveal the mission, the deal, and the price she's paid to keep you from walking blindly into the storm. This revelation will not be easy. It will test your trust, your strength, and your bond with her. Many around you will not understand. Some will try to twist this truth into poison, attempting to turn you against your own blood. But know this. Archangel Michael has seen your heart, your resilience, and your unshakable spirit. You were meant to endure this moment and rise stronger than ever. The mission itself is extraordinary. It is not about material gains or fleeting recognition. It is about restoring balance in places corrupted by greed and betrayal. Your name has been whispered not just in darkness but also in light. Celestial beings have marked you for a purpose that spans beyond your imagination, a calling you cannot ignore much longer. Your sister's role in this is pivotal. She was entrusted as a guardian long before you realized you needed one. The deal she entered was dangerous, yes, but it was also an act of sacrifice. She chose to bear the weight alone so you could continue walking forward without chains. Without knowing how close danger truly was. In the days ahead, pieces of this puzzle will start to align. You may notice strange encounters, unexpected messages, or signs that feel too specific to be coincidences. Trust them. These are not random. They are the divine guiding your steps toward clarity. There will be moments of fear. There will be nights when sleep feels impossible because your mind won't stop racing. But remember, you are never alone. Archangel Michael stands beside you, sword of light ready to cut through the deception that has surrounded you for so long. And when your sister finally confesses everything, do not let anger cloud your vision. Understand that her silence was not betrayal. It was protection. The mission linked to your name could only unfold with patience, with timing written not by man but by heaven itself. This journey will demand courage. It will ask you to confront truths you wished you could leave buried, but it will also awaken a power inside you that has been dormant. A power born from bloodlines, from divine inheritance, and from the unwavering bond you share with your sister. The mission ahead is sacred. It is tied to restoring something long lost, reclaiming what was taken generations ago. Those who struck the deal believed they could manipulate destiny, but they underestimated the strength that runs in your veins. They never imagined you would stand up. Break the chains, and rewrite the story meant to bind you, Archangel Michael says. The moment you step into your calling, light will pour into every corner of darkness that once threatened to consume you. Trust the guidance sent to you, trust the connection with your sister. It was never meant to destroy, it was always meant to awaken. As the clock turns and this hidden chapter begins to open, prepare yourself. The world around you will shift. Some truths will feel like fire, burning away illusions you once clung to. But from that fire, you will emerge reborn, with eyes that finally see the full picture. Your sister will not stand alone anymore. The mission will no longer be hers to carry in silence. Together, you will face what's coming, bound by divine strength and an unbreakable promise to finish what was started long ago. And when the final revelation comes, you will understand why destiny chose you, why your name was written into this deal, and why your mission is far greater than you ever imagined. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, this message must continue because the depth of this truth cannot be understood in fragments. What you've just read is only the surface of a story that stretches through time, a web spun long before you could see it. Long ago, a chain of decisions was made in silence, leading your sister into a place of no return. It was not just a single moment but many small steps that carried her into the shadow of this secret deal. She was younger then, faced with pressures you never saw, forced to make choices, under threats that still echo in her dreams. Each time your name was mentioned in hushed tones, her heart clenched. She wanted to tell you, to run to you, to scream the truth in your ears. But the mission required silence. If even a whisper of it reached you too soon, everything would collapse, and both of you would be left defenseless against a force that thrives in secrecy. There is a network of power at play here. Hidden hands have been pulling strings, watching your every step, calculating your every move. They never counted on Archangel Michael's standing guard, ensuring that when the time came for revelation, you would not face it unarmed. Your sister's path has been one of quiet torment. She watched as relationships around her crumbled, as trust faded, all because of this silent pact she carried. Yet even in the darkness, there were moments when divine light broke through, moments when Archangel Michael whispered courage into her ear, reminding her that this mission was not meant to destroy, but to save. Now, as destiny turns its wheel, the pieces are aligning for this secret to come to light. You may feel sudden chills when you think of her. You may dream of places you've never been but feel strangely familiar. These are not random feelings. They are awakenings of a connection that has been spiritually locked away for too long. And when the day comes that your sister finally speaks, her tears will carry years of pain, guilt, and hope all at once. She will tell you about the meetings that happened in hidden rooms, about documents bearing your name, about promises made in desperation. She will reveal the mission, a task designed not only to protect you but to awaken a dormant purpose only you can fulfill. You might ask yourself, silently in your heart, why? Why would she not have trusted you sooner? Why let you live in ignorance while the world spun this dangerous game around your name? The answer is not simple. There were others involved, men and women who would have stopped at nothing to twist the truth, to pit you against her. There were threats made that could have shattered everything you've built. Every time she thought of telling you, Archangel Michael intervened, guiding her to wait, not out of fear, but out of divine timing. That timing is now. The mission will require you to make choices you've never faced before. It will pull you into places where darkness has ruled for too long, but Archangel Michael assures you that this is not a mission of despair, it is a mission of liberation. Your sister's sacrifice has bought you precious time to prepare. Every hardship you've endured until now was not in vain. Each trial was shaping you, molding you into someone capable of handling this revelation and carrying the torch forward without breaking. When you and your sister finally stand together on this battlefield of truth, you will not stand as victims. You will stand as warriors, bound by divine purpose, strengthened by trials, and guided by angelic protection. Archangel Michael says, "Do not let fear take root when this revelation surfaces. Fear is the weapon your enemies rely on. But you were never born to live in fear, you were born to break chains, to end cycles of betrayal, and to rise above what they planned for you. And as this divine mission unfolds, you will see others drawn to you. People you never knew were connected to your fate. Allies hidden in plain sight will step forward. Enemies disguised as friends will be exposed. The truth will not only set you free but will ignite a fire that cannot be extinguished. Your sister has waited for this moment for so long, praying that when it finally arrived, you would be ready. And now, because you are reading these words, Archangel Michael confirms, you are ready. Archangel Michael says, there is more that you must know, for the thread of destiny tied between you and your sister is longer, more tangled, and far more powerful than anyone realizes. The unfolding of this revelation cannot be rushed. Each detail must be given to you carefully so that your spirit can carry its weight. Your sister's silence has not been weakness. It has been strength beyond comprehension. For years, she has walked with invisible chains, held in place by forces that would have devoured your future if she had faltered even once. Nights have passed where she wept quietly, praying for the day when you could both stand free of the darkness surrounding this deal. The mission is not merely a contract or a passing obligation. It is a generational web that began long before either of you entered this world. Your family has been marked by a power struggle that transcends simple human understanding. When you were born, light flickered into a lineage long shrouded in silent wars of greed, betrayal, and manipulation. Archangel Michael has always been present, even when you felt alone. In unseen ways, he shielded you from traps meant to pull you down. Those who struck this deal involving your name believed they could manipulate destiny. But Archangel Michael says they gravely underestimated divine justice, a force no earthly agreement can contain. Your sister's role was not voluntary, it was chosen for her. From a young age, she was approached, pressured, and shaped into carrying a burden meant to silence your path before it began. The deal carried terms hidden behind false promises, ones that would have erased your chances at fulfilling your higher purpose. Yet she fought quietly against it. Even when signing documents she wished she could burn, even when meeting figures cloaked in secrecy, her every step was guided by an unspoken promise. She would keep you safe at any cost. Though you may not remember, there were moments in your childhood when danger nearly reached you. Each time, she stood between you and the threat, unseen but unwavering. Now, as the years have passed and the unseen war has reached its breaking point, cracks have begun to form in the walls of deception. Truth is slipping through those cracks, and soon, it will no longer be containable. The world will know what has been done in silence. And you will know the mission you were always meant to complete. This will not be a revelation whispered in a safe place. No, it will come with force, like a storm breaking open the sky. The people who hid in shadows will be dragged into light, lies that stood unchallenged for years will crumble. Your sister will finally face the ones who used her as a pawn, and together, you will dismantle what they built to bind you. But there is a price to truth. The path you must take will demand strength that even now you do not fully realize you possess. The mission will challenge your loyalty, test your faith in those closest to you, and draw out a courage buried deep within. Archangel Michael says, "Stand firm. When the storm begins, do not run. The power that sleeps within you will awaken. And you will see with eyes unclouded by fear or deception. Nothing they planned for you will succeed because you were born with divine authority no darkness can steal. In the coming days, watch carefully. Signs will appear in subtle ways. You may overhear conversations that seem strange, receive messages that feel too precise to be coincidences, or notice old memories surfacing without reason. This is not random. The spiritual realm is moving, aligning events to prepare you for what's next. Your sister feels this shift too, though she remains silent, her heart pounds with anticipation and dread. She knows that soon, there will be no choice but to reveal everything. She fears losing your trust. fears your anger. But what she does not fully understand is that this revelation will not destroy your bond, it will make it unbreakable. When you finally face the truth together, you will understand that her silence was never betrayal. It was an act of divine protection, a shield crafted from sacrifice and love deeper than words could ever express. The mission itself will surprise you. It is not only about reclaiming what was taken or exposing corruption. It carries a divine purpose far greater than earthly understanding. It will involve healing wounds from generations past, restoring justice where injustice has reigned, and unlocking gifts within you that have been deliberately suppressed. This is why your name was marked in the deal. The forces that sought control over your destiny knew that if you awakened to your true purpose, nothing could stop the chain of light you would release. They sought to control it, twist it, or destroy it. But they failed to consider the unyielding faith of your sister and the celestial guardians who stood watch over you both. Archangel Michael says, they believed they could silence divine will. But they forgot that no signature, no secret alliance, no earthly contract can sever the bond heaven placed upon you. The days ahead will feel intense. Secrets long hidden will surface, people you thought were allies may reveal hidden agendas. But do not let fear take root. These revelations are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to clear the fog that has surrounded your path for far too long. Your sister will stand beside you when the final moment arrives. The mission will be revealed in full, and for the first time in years, she will be free of the chains she bore alone. This is not just her redemption, it is yours as well. The divine has already set this course in motion. No power on earth can stop it now, Archangel Michael says. The message continues because the weight of this truth cannot be delivered in fragments. You must feel it as it unfolds. Every hidden moment, every quiet sacrifice, every divine intervention that has shaped this mission surrounding your name. Your sister's journey has been one of silent suffering and hidden strength, behind closed doors. She faced choices that would have broken many others. She learned to mask her fear, to wear smiles that concealed storms raging inside her. Every decision she made was tangled with the risk of losing you or betraying the mission entrusted to both your destinies. She wasn't alone in this. Forces of darkness, powerful and relentless, sought to use her as a doorway to reach you. They believed that by striking a deal with her, they could manipulate you, keep you from stepping into the divine purpose written into your very soul. Yet they failed to see the light within her, the unshakable determination to protect you, even at the cost of her own peace. Through sleepless nights, she prayed in silence for guidance. Though you never knew it, she whispered your name in every prayer, asking heaven to shield you from the forces trying to drag you into their shadow. Each tear that fell from her eyes built a wall of unseen protection around you. The deal they struck with her was poisoned with lies. It promised safety but came with invisible chains, promised freedom but led to hidden captivity. They demanded her loyalty, bound her with fear, and used your name as leverage, thinking she would bow to their control. But Archangel Michael has been watching, moving silently, preparing this very moment where the darkness unravels. Every attempt they made to fully pull you into their grasp has failed, not by luck, but because divine power has been guiding each step you take. And now, the time has come for everything hidden to be exposed. The mission they tried to twist into their favor is no longer theirs to manipulate. It is awakening in you, calling you to break free from the threads woven around your destiny. This awakening will not be quiet. It will shake foundations, challenge beliefs, and tear through walls of deception people close to you may struggle to understand. Some may fear the changes that come when truth finally surfaces. But know this: the mission is not meant to bring despair. It is meant to set generations free. Your sister knows the day is near when she must stand before you and lay down every truth she's carried. The fear in her heart is not of darkness. It is of losing you. But Archangel Michael reassures her that when this moment arrives, your bond will not shatter. Instead, it will grow stronger than ever before, forged in the fires of truth and sacrifice the divine has already prepared your heart for. This revelation, the resilience you've developed, the inner voice that has guided you, the dreams and visions you couldn't explain, all of it has been shaping you for this moment when the full story is revealed. You will learn about the places your name has traveled. Papers signed in shadowed rooms. Promises exchanged behind closed doors, alliances formed in fear of your rising power, all of it will come to light. You will discover that the mission isn't just about survival. It's about reclaiming stolen strength, tearing down the empires built on deceit, and restoring balance to a family legacy that has been fractured for too long. Archangel Michael says, what they plan to use against you will become your greatest weapon. The mission they thought would destroy you will elevate you into the purpose heaven always intended. There will be signs leading up to this moment, whispers of conversations you weren't meant to hear, letters, messages, or faces from the past resurfacing unexpectedly. Your sister's demeanor shifting, as if the burden is too heavy to hide any longer. When these signs appear, do not turn away, lean in, because they are divine signals preparing you for the unveiling of the mission. And when you and your sister finally stand together, side by side, it will not be as victims of a hidden deal, it will be as warriors rising from silence, taking back everything meant for you, and fulfilling a purpose greater than either of you imagined. Archangel Michael says, the message does not end here. The veil is only beginning to lift, and for you to fully understand the depth of this divine mission, every hidden corner must be revealed. Listen carefully, for what comes next will open your eyes to truths you have never been told. The threads of this deal were spun long ago, before you had the strength to see them. Unknown to you, certain powerful individuals, ones who operate beyond public sight, sought to control not only your sister but also the path laid out for you. They feared what you would become if you stepped fully into your purpose. They knew that if your light rose unchecked, it would shatter strongholds they had built for decades. Your sister was caught in their snare during a time of weakness, when she felt she had no other choice. They promised her safety for you both, convinced her that cooperation would spare your lives from something worse. But their words were layered with deception. Instead of safety, they created invisible chains binding her every move, silencing her voice, and forcing her to live with secrets too heavy to bear. Archangel Michael has watched as these forces tried relentlessly to tighten their grip. Yet with every attempt, divine intervention blocked their full control. Papers meant to trap you mysteriously vanished. Plans designed to end your mission before it began inexplicably failed. Each failure was not coincidence. It was heaven's hand, unseen yet unyielding. The mission itself is not of their making. They tried to distort it, twist it into their dark designs, but destiny cannot be owned by those who walk in shadow. The mission belongs to you, planted in your spirit by the divine long before darkness tried to corrupt it. This mission is tied to restoration. It is about rebuilding what has been stolen, not only from you, but from many others connected to your name and bloodline. It will expose hidden dealings that have suppressed truth for generations. And when it unfolds, no force on earth or in spirit will be able to silence it again. Your sister has been its silent guardian. Even in captivity, she shielded the core of this mission, keeping its most sacred truth out of the hands of those who sought to use it. Her silence, her apparent compliance, was in fact quiet rebellion, a strategy that bought precious time until heaven declared the moment to act. Now, that moment is here. The air around you may feel different. Heavier at times, as if the unseen world is shifting. This is no illusion. The spiritual battle that has raged for years is coming to its climax. Dreams may grow vivid, showing you fragments of places or people you don't yet recognize. These are not dreams. They are prophetic glimpses of the mission awakening within you. Soon, you will notice changes in your sister. She may hesitate when she sees you, words caught in her throat. Her eyes may brim with tears as she wrestles between the fear of your reaction and the relief of finally speaking her truth. When that moment arrives, let her speak. Let every secret spill into the open, for only in truth can you both be free. This revelation will not come without resistance. Those who bound your sister in this deal will not surrender quietly. They will attempt to manipulate, to send false messages, to create confusion and doubt between you both. But Archangel Michael assures you, they will fail. When you and your sister unite, the divine shield surrounding you will be impenetrable.